gonna have to leave that up there and figure that out in a bit. Whoops, there's no starting screen on. Well, I'm doing this well. And there's no thumbnail, but that's fine. Hello, I am back. Let me get the lights sorted. So I'm gonna need to basically check all of these. That I've got here. And then get a Creative Commons license for it, that's fine. Okay. I'll do that when I'm done. Haha! Right, okay, we're back. We're here. More of this guy. Build. Finish. Time. Also, this thing's arrived. Didn't realise until it got here that it is in fact completely grey. There is no... what do you call it? Colour separation on anything. So that's going to be fun. Because I'm going to have to paint it. The whole thing. But yeah, we're going to just crack on with Mr. this guy. Whose feet I made. And now whose legs I must make. And I put like everything away when I finished last time. Which means I need to get stuff out again. Okay, turns out I only needed to get 2 things out again. It's these 3 sprues are the ones I can't panel line. No, I can panel line, I can't fill. Poor. I know what I mean. Okay, so I need G10 through... no, G9 through 11. That's H. I need to do this twice. I don't know which part of the leg this is going to be yet, although I haven't really looked ahead of myself at all here. But it certainly exists. But finally, after some more Googling and some more interneting, the quest for music is sorted. I am using Kevin MacLeod. I just have to check this entire playlist of 50-odd songs on a website and click a button and it generates me a license and I can use it without YouTube being like, you can't use this. So this is what you're going to have to put up with as background music from now on. Honestly, I'm kind of vibing with it. It's fun. Does it fit, really? No. fine. Okay, so we specifically want those this way round, this way up. Then we want the one that has the this. How do these go on? In, on, in. This doesn't make any sense. Does it just sit loosely? Oh no, it literally has a guide hole. Whoops, I'm dumb. Okay. These knees or ankles? They're knees or ankles or something along those lines. I need 12 and 13 from the sea sprues, which is these. Does not look like there's any place to put any additional detailing on those, so they might just be a clean up and go. Ah, I was going to steal the red pen, wasn't I? I'll have to go get that in a moment. Just for the sake of trying to colour correct this. Bits where I've scuffed it. Because I have these, which are meant to be like proper good sanding things. And when I see other people use them online, like they can get a beautiful finish with the sanding. I seem to just scuff stuff off. Like, I don't apparently know how to use a sanding stick. Which is why you'll very rarely see me actually using one. You'll usually see me just doing it with my knife and then cursing the fact that there's scuff marks. I might go and liberate the pen from my partner's desk in a minute. Okay. Wanted a nice satisfying click before I committed. I need to make 2 of the next step, which is PC-15s. So the Agu, I don't know if I'll stream the build, because I don't know how faffy painting it's going to be. If people want to see it, then let me know, because like if people are actually interested in an old, fairly paint heavy, possibly glue heavy build, then I'll give it a go. That's the wrong sprue. Ugh. You'll have to excuse me if I get very... If I start sounding liquidy, I think is the best way to put it. I have been, yet again, unwell. Because that's the story of my life. Just a walking disease. And I've got a problem with either my inner ear or my jaw, which is fun. I can't bite down properly, and I can't open my mouth too far, which some would say is good because it means I'll shut up. Right. So that slots into there, which gives us 2 little bitty whatever these are, which then need to be encased in some more pieces, which might get a little bit of panel lining, possibly, if I investigate further on in the instructions first, though. I don't think they're ever going to see the light of day, to be honest. But we'll see. That can't be right. I must be looking at this wrong. No, apparently I'm not looking at it wrong. That is correct. But that's... Ah, okay. No, never mind. And I dropped it. Oh, where did that go? Hello? Thing? Peace? Where'd you go? Friend? Come back to me. Oh no. The inner bit fell out of the outer bit. And then the inner bit of the inner bit fell out of that as well. Got it. He's rescued. Oh, okay. Let's try that again. Oh my god. I've got such bad indigestion again. I'm melting from the inside. Goes like that. Far easier and simpler than I made it out to be. Click. How did that fall out? Attempt number 3 at getting this right, apparently. What actually holds that in place? Something isn't right here. Something is definitely not right with that one. They can only go in one way. They literally just slot in. Then it's non-holy side. But what's going to stop that just popping out? whenever it wants. Not overly keen on that fit of that part, but let's see how it comes together further down the line. 8 twice. They're not clippers. That's not 8. Very nearly clipped off the wrong polycap there. Like a G6. That's a thing, isn't it? A music and music. This I am going to panel line, I think. It looks too detailed. And I think this is going to be the knee. So I kind of want to make sure that if I pose it in a way that is of bent knee, that said bent knee has some detail. So we're going to panel line this once it's together. And necessarily adjusted. Polycap goes in. We do want to trim this up first, though. Make sure that goes in the right way round as well. So that just slots into here. Ah, this way up, specifically. Just going to hold that slightly tilted so I can line it up without anything popping out. There we go. And do the same again, and then we can make it look a bit fancier. Hopefully. Put it the wrong way up again. That one didn't go anywhere near as well. And still, it's in. LFD, let's skin detail. Could use a thicker panel liner for this bit, but I'm not one for hindsight in that sense. I'm going to go around this bit as well, just in case. I think think I've covered as much of it as I really need to. And possibly a little bit extra. I don't know, I'm gripping this part so tight, I've cramped my hands up. Okay, right, let's leave just one of everything per side, because we've now got the next part of the legs to put together. G8. Twice. Just going to keep the G sprue here because there's quite a bit to cut off of this one. That's H. Ba 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 ba. 14, 15. And I need 2 PC7s. Not a lot of polycaps left. Then again, we are kind of getting through this at a fairly good pace, so... pile of stuff. I finished, well, I say finished, I started and then fully stickered my Calamity Gundam the other night. So that's all, like, finished now. Okay, so if we hold that specific way up, it's got a notch to drop the polycap in. It would help if I actually lined it up. There we go. So we know that that's in the correct place. Held this way round, it goes on there. The other polycap goes in the hole at the bottom. And then to the other side with the pegs to marry it all up. There. It's the right, just double checking I've got that the right way around before I commit, yeah. Okay, that one that way, that on there, this in here, and there we go. It's another one. More leg action. There. Right, so I need these. And I need 16s and 17s. His legs are coming together thick and fast now, which is very nice. Alright. Let's make sure we do this all the right way round and everything so the legs are, you know, correct. That looks right in there. And then this one drops on there, and that little bit goes on there. Oh, I see some nice movement. I'm seeing me some nice movement going on. Oh, yeah. I see it. I envision it now. That's got a lot of directions in it. I do like it when my leg has a lot of directions in it. Certainly goes in several more angles than my knees can at the minute. Whoop. Squeesh. Damn, that can bend. Very nice. Leg-related progress. I need the 12s and 13s now. Starting to bulk them out. Excuse me. Again. Oh, I'm a disgusting human being. Everything burns. I'm drinking antacids at the minute like it's a probiotic or something. Ugh. What's that noise? That wasn't a bit I was supposed to trim off. Whoops. Not a problem. Goes in there. That goes in there. Nice. Yes, these legs, I like them. Okay, so That's saying before I do this, I want to tilt. I can't. Wait, why won't that? That should. Okay, I want it all the way back first, so that is actually correct at the moment. I think. We'll figure it out in a minute. It's fine. C's 3 and 5.
Do not listen to this recording whilst driving or whilst operating machinery. Only listen when you can safely relax and bring your full awareness to your own complete comfort. Hello, this is Michael Seeley welcoming you to this session.
Oh, that needs to not be here. Don't want that. Weird. Well, not weird at all, but like relaxation music or relaxation meditation thing on that list that I found. I don't want that. That can be skipped. I don't want. Well, I suppose people might want to fall. No, not listening to me. They wouldn't. I'm gonna need to do a little bit of scribing on here as well, I think. Make sure any details we add in take nicely into the rivets, gaps, whatever you want to call them. Notches. Those ones should be okay. These ones I do want to do though. Yeesh. I don't think that's taken anywhere nearly as nicely as I'd have liked in terms of the angle of it. I think I might have ever so slightly whiffed that one. And that one. That's fine. Oh god, no. Oof. That was bad. That one was really, really bad. Did not go anywhere close to how I wanted it to. It's unfortunately a bit of a dire attempt at that from me. It's not the end of the world at all. Once it's all tidied up, it's not going to be all that noticeable, but I tend to get a little bit annoyed at myself when I try to do something like that, like a nice straight line, and it doesn't go. It's a little bit frustrating. Where's the 5mm black? Oh, I've slipped backwards a little bit, whoops. I have absorbed none of the stuff off of the pen either, apparently. There we go. That'll do, that'll do, that'll do. So, we want that all the way back. We want to take the smaller piece, which is, whoops, this one. We want to slide that onto its grooves. I don't know why that said I needed to push that back. There's no real need. Wait. Did I do that right? I'm sure I've got that the right way round. I'm now doubting myself. Again. That I've got the joint the right way round. That's the backwards. No, that's the slidey side. Goes on that way. That's fine. That at the front. I made sure those are the right way round. That's at the front. That's at the front. Yeah, no, that is right. Okay, no, I'm fine. It is not wrong. I'm almost positive it's not wrong. I just have to get that to slide in the right spot. There we go. There we go. That is almost definitely correct. 2 and 4. I'm like 90% sure I got that right. I'll find out when I get it all together. If the legs look like they're backwards, then I've done something wrong, but I'm fairly sure I haven't. I want to try, before I commit to scratching chunks out of this one as well, seeing if this will just pour without it. The extra line. It will. Ah, I didn't need to do it beforehand. Damn it. I could have saved myself some scuff marks. Oh well. Hindsight is a beautiful thing. Just angling this in the light properly so I can make sure I get all of the little bits. Because that's an awkward one to see, all of the angles, and I'll try and make sure any shading I get on it, I get it all. Get it all. So hence the enthralling, I'm not making any noise, dead air time. While I vainly attempt to make this look as good as possible. I think that'll do. Need a new one of these out. Nice and clean. Also nice and clean. Lovely. Wonderful. And another one. Whoops. It's fine. Where am I? 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 I'm here. Oh, that clicks. Huh. Didn't know that clicked. Well, it's clicked in now. Right, so we want to put this on next. You go this way up. No, you don't. You go this way up. Where is the bit that you line up with? There. Ah, there we go. That popped in. I felt it. Whoops. Okay, this is helping me actually spot where I'm going to need to add some more details as well. Getting these plates on. I definitely see some sections where I want to add a little bit more. In terms of lines and dots, to give it a little bit more depth. I'm saying that, and I'm assuming these aren't going to get, like, obfuscated in the not too distant future, but we'll find out. If it doesn't, then I've added a nice bit of detailing in. Okie, what do we need next? We need 6s and 7s. Thin, bladey looking things. I wonder how well that's going to take on those. I think it should be alright. Yeah, but to find out. Not as well I was expecting. As I was expecting, even. Really not as well as I was expecting. Never mind, it still looks better. And I will be content enough with it. Yes, flow, my pretty flow. Haha. Delightful. This one's gone way better. Even though they're exactly the same parts. Don't know why that one took so much better than the other. But we shan't look a gift horse in the mouth, it's taken. And it's spread nicely. Is it going to go all the way down? You won't be able to see this, but it's like ever so slight, like slowly pouring down the little gap. It's very... If you'd see it, you'd know that it's very satisfying. But this camera's not as good as I think it could be. Or I've set it up wrong somehow, which is entirely possible, actually. Nope. Nice healthy rub down. Get rid of any scuff marks. Wonderful. Those are ready to put on. So little fin goes on the lower one, bigger fin goes on the upper one, bigger fin first, so we can clip lower fin in. So we can clip lower fin, so we can... Why can't I not get the... Ah! Oh. Why is this lower fin proving to be a bitch? There we go. There we go. I think I might have to add a little bit more leg detail in. Oh, will I? Yes. Just there and there are going to get seen a little bit more, I think. Just a couple of extra lines. Okay, right leg. I need from the A-frame. Come here, A. 18 and 20. And then the other leg is going to need the other two. So put them to one side because I'll prep it all. that one, do I? I want this one. These will take down both sides of this nicely. Okay. Get a bit more in the center. Whoops. The one thing I was slightly afraid was going to happen has in fact happened. It's got it, where I dabbed it in at one point. There's one bit that I can't quite get my this in. But again, I think we're fine. That's that leg, if I'm not mistaken. Right, so that's going to go that way up. There. And that's going to go that way up. And not clip together, apparently. Come on. Don't be. Apparently you are going to be. You're going to be that guy. You need the leg a bit straighter, perhaps. If anything, I think I need more of a bend on the leg. It's not marrying up with the holes at all. Why? It's the right piece. Let's just take it off altogether and make sure they actually fit together. Yeah, they fit together very snugly. They just don't want to fit together on the kit. Stop being an ass. That is not going in, is it? Peg is a mile off. There's no way you're going to be able to see it. There we... Nope, now this one's a mile off. The two pegs don't quite line up perfectly, which is making getting it together incredibly awkward. one side of the leg is lining up, and then the other one isn't. But it recommends bending the leg back first, which I've done. Maybe I need to fully distend it. Nope, one in, the other's not going again. Right, okay. Pokey. Do I have my pokey stick around here somewhere? We might just have to try and gently coerce it into the correct... There we go. What the hell? Now the leg won't straighten out. That was weird. The leg didn't want to straighten out, but it has now. Right, so we definitely need to get a lot of distension on the leg in order for this to actually fit nicely. Other one went on like a charm, no trouble at all. Right, so right leg is going to need one of these, one of these. We poke this directly into here, and it's going to need a foot. That pointing backwards, that like that, drop it. Foot goes on. This goes into foot. And it just needs a little fin thing, which is on D. Are you D? No, you're B. This must be D then. Some nice side fins to go on the legs. These have some of my least favourite sort of joint, that's not my craft knife, least favourite sort of ways of fitting in, because they're just like a slot. And I find a lot of these in the past are quite, what's the right word, wonky. Not wonky, wobbly. So we'll find out in a minute if these follow suit with the ones that I've dealt with in the past. So a lot of the time I find I have to glue them in. And we'll see in a minute. Let's get this leg prepped. Foot that way up. It didn't clip in quite as nicely as the other one did, but it's still in. And once the fins have had their little treatment, which they're about to get, hopefully just slide them in. Fingers crossed I won't need any glue. It's not too bad, I will say. Definitely had ones that fit in worse. That one's wobbly. No, you know what? I'm not even going to risk it. This is what super glue's for. Put the tiniest dot of it on each of these. And then stick it in. End of the day, I'd rather it was glued in and not going to fall off and get lost than not glued in and I lose a piece eventually. Legs. Oh, look at them. Those are some nice legs. Where's my phone? I want to take a picture of the legs. That's my face. Ah! Get away. Why does my camera keep defaulting to selfie mode? I could think of nothing more horrible. Right, legs need to go somewhere. This desk is covered in stuff. Next. Next. Waste unit. H. Where is the thing that I need to do next? H 24, 29, 25, and 30. 4, 5, 9, 30. 4, 5, 9, 30. This is going to be the inner workings of the waste unit. And C116. Big C. Get off, get off, get off, get off, get off, get off, get off! You thrice cursed piece of excess plastic. Thank you. Yeah, it's it can be a bit of a void when it comes to a 16, yeah. When it comes to my wallet. So I've got my backlog still consists of 3 more. I think my partner's backlog at the minute is like 5. And I'm already looking at more. Which is like... Oh, they know what they're doing. And I already know that, like, the duck, the quack, the queef, whatever it's called, is coming out soon, and I really want one. Because it's got a bit of an Evangelion look, and I'm like, oh yes, it's kind of cool. Let's just add more to the wish list. The ineffable, inevitable, unstoppable wish list. I'm assuming I've got this the right way up. I don't think I have. I didn't. There we go. Where up am I looking at this? Ah, like that, okay. The second I saw it, I was like, no, that's one of mine. That's like up my street as far as kits go. My partner looked at it, was like, no. I looked at it, I was like, yes. 27, 28. But it's kind of good because we have fairly by part we have fairly different opinions, tastes. That's the word I'm trying to think of when it comes to kits of what we do and don't like between us. So like they don't collide when it comes to wanting to get ones. There's some that like we both really like the design of, but for the most part, it's I like the kind of derpy, weird, wonderful, different looking. I don't like the traditional suits all that much. Where am I? I want the bit with that. I didn't put the other piece in. Ah, damn it. I was so busy paying attention to the next step, I didn't finish the one I was on. But no, that thing with I still don't know how to pronounce it. The quack was sold the minute I saw it. I will be getting one. That way up. Why is there so Oh, this is a transforming kit. Isn't it? I was about to say, why is there so much movement in the crotch? And then I remembered it's a transforming kit, which I'll never do because I don't trust myself to not break something when I'm trying to transform it. I've got how many transforming kits? I've got so many transforming kits now. Yeah, I've got a very, well, I don't know comparatively how old is very old, but I have a 20-year-old kit sitting next to me to do at some point. And I'm slightly dreading it. Does it go on there? No, it does not. It goes all the way up here. I got it the wrong way up. Yes. So like this. That's sticking out that way up there. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, very old, I think. Wait. Oh. Let's sit like that for now. Hello. Oh, then I need to do more. Okay. There we go. All nicely squished into the correct angles. Let's draw in some potentially never to be seen lines. I think I need to get a new 3mm pen soon. Might be going a bit excessive here, adding these lines in. Well, not excessive, but unnecessary for the way I tend to pose stuff. So the next build is gonna probably drive me crazy. Just because, as I was just saying, it's old. It's like 20 or 30 pieces, I think, in total. There's no polycaps, and it's all one colour. And I want it to look like it does on the box, which is not going to end well for me. Let's see. A bit of 14, 15, 17. So that's going to be fun. I need to go through the whole thing, figure out what parts need to be what colour, and prime it before I even look at anything else. And I bought a similar older kit of a slightly different design of one of my partner's favourite suits, not realising that also would have 0 colour separation on it. So I've got to probably paint that one eventually as well. Not in era. I've bought bootleg kits. They are bootleg kits, really. Like, I don't think they can say they're not. For a lot of the time, they're still just not recasts of almost identical Bandai kits or whatever. But yeah, I bought 2, and I love one and hate the other. No, that's not right. I quite like one. I hate the other. Wait, where are all the flaps? I have made no flaps. Where are the flap instructions? Oh, there, okay. So that wants to be that way round before I begin flap-related construction. H35, 36. But yeah, I have to say, I have bought bootleg knockoff, third party, whatever you want to call them. I have bought some. Excess Gundam 1.5. Let me Google it. Let me have a look at it first, because if part of me would like to maybe, like, if I get requests, do them, but I'm super picky about what I spend my money on. Master Grade Gundam EX-S 1.5. Holy shit! Probably not, that's expensive. Don't get me wrong, it looks cool, but at the minute, probably considerably out of my price range. Would build, definitely. Can't afford. E. 6 and 7. Yeah, if I look at a at the minute at least, if I look at a kit and it's 3 digits before the decimal point, I'm less inclined to purchase it because I'm disabled and not exactly well off. I don't have a huge amount coming in. You know, I have enough to pay the bills and have a bit of a hobby with this, but like usually picking up kits off of like eBay and stuff cheaper and buying like £10 to £15 high grades is my usual thing with the kit Gundams. Every now and again I have splashed out. And I've also just had to buy a new TV. Because mine decided to stop supporting my PS5 properly. There's me saying, oh yeah, I don't really have a lot of spare income. The PS5 was acquired. I didn't buy it as such. But yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I had to dip into my savings to get a new TV. So, like, things are a little bit tighter. Just before Christmas as well, my TV decided it didn't want to work properly. Which is even better. Need to remember, when I finished here, I have to put this damn playlist on a checklist online so I can get a Creative Commons license for it. Then I can never get told off by YouTube for music again. Did I miss a line inside here? No. But yeah, it does sometimes. I see something that I want like that, and I'm like, do we really need to eat? Who needs food? It's not that important. Uh, 37, 38, 10 and 11. That's not 37 and 38, this is. Doesn't help that just in general, the like 3 hobbies I have are all comparatively expensive things to do. Well, not to do, to buy into. I'd say Gundam's Gumpler is actually probably the cheapest that I could consistently do things with. Yeah, which is saying something considering how expensive some of these kits can be, and like a couple of the ones I've picked up in the past, which are a bit more obscure. I think obscure is the right word. Have set me back a little bit when I was in the kind of honeymoon phase of it, and I was just like, buy them all. This looks cool. I must have it. I think the Full Armor Thunderbolt was one. The Typhus Chimera was another one. The what's it called? Bound Dock as well. Are all ones where I kind of I saw them and I think the heart overtook the head when it came to justifying picking them up at the time. But that being said, I've now got a Bound Dock and Chimera, so take that reasoning. They look cool. So I've been quite lucky in that I've managed to find people on places like Facebook Marketplace that have sold kits for, realistically, after a little bit of research, less than what they were really worth. So I've built up a good chunk of my backlog over time with that, and also because my partner was the one that introduced it to me in the first place, we have like this built-in ability to just sort each other's birthdays and Christmas gifts out now. We're just like, what Gundam do you want? Look on the wish list, pick it, buy it, done. It's like, haha, happy birthday, here's a Gundam. Or I'll just have a really bad day and I'll be annoyed / sad for something and I'll just buy one anyway. Because, you know, serotonin from shopping is a bitch. G7 times 2. I've almost constructed all of the necessary flaps. Where am I? C 1 and 9. There's 1. I have emptied sprues, finally! There's light at the end of the tunnel. Actually, that being said, this one hasn't really. One, taken all that long, and 2, been too much of a... there's not been any issues. Why did I say that? I still have the wings to build. But yeah, it's been a very smooth build so far. Touch wood. I don't know if my desk's real wood, but that'll do. It's a bit rough. No, I never did go and get the blasted colour correcting pen marker thing off of my partner's desk. That is correct, isn't it? Oh, it goes that way up. kind of sounds like it belongs in God of War, Dad of Boy. Trying to do that fairly carefully. Damn it, I've put it together now. I'm not taking a part to pull. Oh wait, no, I can't take that part to pull pin it. That's two separate pieces. I don't even know what I'm trying to draw around that. It's already got a line. Fool! Whoops! Ugh. What is that? I'll try to. The camera's not the best for zooming, for focusing. Which way do I need to tip it? I'm assuming that's the bit you meant. The delay's meant to be ultra low and it's meant to have like a 2 or 3 second delay, but it's like 20. But, so the like, I finally got my lights sorted out, but the camera just doesn't pick it up very well. What is that piece? What is that piece? Ah, H23, okay. Right. Legs. Okay, now I need C20. Yeah, that does just go on there like that, and then the body clips on top. There we go. Up. Stand! Haha! It stands! I'll lay it down. There she is, it. The Gundam. In all of its, well, Gundam itself glory. Wings. Oh god, the wings look complicated. I mean, they're hopefully not as complicated as they look, but the wings look complicated. There are many small pieces, apparently, in the wings. So, this is Epyon, EpiPen, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to move it out the way for now, and I'm going to crack on with the wings, because I'd like to try and get the whole thing finished. That's the plan. E3. So this is the Endless Waltz one, and I much prefer this version to others. But it was also like not massively expensive, really. I got it fairly cheap. Stick that down there for a minute. So I can find these tiny little things that I need. I need 2 of those itty bitty little vent looking things. So they want to go in, I believe it's this way round. No, that's not right. It's that way round. They were very small. Oh no! What happened? What's happened? Nope, still here. Okay. Don't know what happened there. Stream decided to wig out on my end. H56. It acted as though my internet had dropped, but apparently it hadn't. C12526. As I'm just standing there, sitting there, looking like a plum. So I'm assuming this is the center part of the wing unit that we're doing now, where it's actually going to join onto the Epyon's back. Yeah, there's a lot of annoyingly premium Bandai kits in like the January, I don't know what you call it, like release schedule or whatever, that I'm just like, oh, I want so many of these. Do you go that way up? Yes. Like, there's some really, really cool kits coming up. And when I saw they were basically all P Bandais, I was like, oh no. Like, I'm yet to own a premium kit, because for the most part they're really expensive. And I can't off the top of my head remember which ones. If that's the Netflix movie, I've not actually seen it, and I'm not too fussed about seeing it, to be honest. But I really wanted the RX-78, or whatever it's called in that movie. But that's the wrong way round. They go the other way round. But I couldn't get it when it released, and now it's like even more expensive. So I've just not bothered and haven't really looked at any premium stuff since H1. I think the vendor store online place, I mean, I think it is actually a physical store where I buy mine from, but I don't live that close enough to it to visit. But they've got a couple of like cheaper ones in that I sort of look at and sit there and think, maybe one day, but they're not like high up on my sort of priority list when it comes to kits I want to get. Once I see how that all kind of looks, I'm going to determine if and where I want to add any more lines. I'm going to put a couple in. I thought that was the entire song for a second there. Oh, it was really short. Can I get one in there? I can. Yeah, I think that'll do that, to be honest. Right, so I want it this way round, apparently, so I can find two little guys, cut them off, and jam them in. The thing is, I mean, not with the F90 specifically. I don't. Oh, I've already emptied another sprue. Let's cut this little guy out that I'm never gonna paint because he's like far too small for me to do. There's a little guy there. I'm gonna tidy the little guy up. I can kind of understand why they do the premium stuff, like they're collectors and whatever, but it still baffles me that like Gundam, yeah, it's not as big outside of Japan as it is inside, but there's a market. There's a big market for collectors, like, and it's gained quite a lot of traction and popularity as streaming services have got more and more big, and you can watch more and more of the shows and stuff. And yeah, it kind of baffles me that there's no way to get, as you say, well, not no way, but it's very hard to get hold of some of those premium kits when, like, it doesn't make sense to me in a business standpoint when they could, like, actually produce them, sell them, and people would buy them, because, hell, there's... Where have I put the polycaps? Where have I put... I buy a lot of them that I've seen over the year and a bit that I've been building for now. But as you say, you can't get them. They don't exist as such. Okay, 24 and 25 are the same. That's a 5. That's a 4. So we don't... Actually, I lie. We do now, where I am, actually have a store that stocks kits. It's, I believe, almost exclusively Witch from Mercury stuff, which I don't build myself. But it's the first time that I've ever seen... I say I've only been building them a comparatively short amount of time, but it's the first time I've ever seen someone selling Gunpla new in my area. Wait, no. We need to take the little polycaps, slot them into the bottom sections first. Stick the bottoms in, then the tops. That's a nice snug fit. I like it. I like a nice snug fit. Wait, that is the bottom, isn't it? Yes, it has to be the bottom. It physically can't be the other part, because it wouldn't fit. Oh, I'm envisioning the wings now, yep. I'm starting to see it. My sister's kids, both of my sister's kids would never be into this kind of thing, so it's all mine. B. That's D. Do I need D? I do need D, but I also need B. That's C. That's E. That's these ones. B, 3 and 6. Twice. D, 16 and 17 twice. Where did I just put that? I didn't pick it up, is where. How inner gubbinsy is that? It's not very inner gubbinsy. Okay. How do they fit? They fit like that. Okay, that's fine then. Whoops. Wait for a second. Just while I finish tidying these up. How hard is that gonna? You have a think on how I want to detail these, because those sections there, the red pieces, saying those there while I'm holding one isn't very informative. The red pieces look pretty uniform, but I want to get a little bit of depth on the blue where the kind of vents are. But I think getting the panel liners and there's going to be a ball ache, so let's try and pour some in and hope that it flows nicely. It doesn't require too much patching up because it's going to be awkward to get to. That's flowed fairly well. Tidying up the bottom is going to be a bit of a pain, but I can live with it. It's a shame there's not a lot of light parts on this, because the paw pens look so satisfying in on white and like yellows and just light coloured pieces. It looks so satisfying. Let's cut the other B parts out. I need 1 and 10 twice. Well, that's having a moment to cure. There is going to be some lining to do. Good. Why did I have to look at the time then? It's like gone 3 o'clock here. Good afternoon. PM, that is. These things are huge. I didn't quite take the scale of the wings into account when I started this. This thing's big. I don't know where it's going to go yet, which is exactly the same thing I do every time I buy a Gundam. I have no idea where I'm going to put... Well, no, I know where I'm going to put the high grades, but whenever I buy a master grade, I'm like... Shelves. Give me some goo. It's the middle of the afternoon here, so it's like fine time-wise. Right, so those are going to want to go and fit into those. One on each side. Yeah. But I don't like streaming in the evening, so I do it during the day. Part of the reason why I do it on YouTube as well is I can stream during the day, leave it there, and if someone else decides at some point they kind of want to see whatever was being built, then they can just go back to it whenever. It's more accessible. I'll literally try building pretty much anything. And I always reserve judgment on a kit. Like, I don't read reviews for any kits. I buy the ones I like the look of, build them, and then either curse them when I'm done or I'm happy with it. I've only had a couple of like kits where I've been kind of disappointed with elements of build quality in one way, shape, or form. One of them was the Chimera, but that was just one joint was super loose for some reason and very floppy, but it was easily fixed at least, so it wasn't the end of the world. Right, I am not going to detail these wings up until I've figured out what goes where, I think. Where do you go? There? That can't be right. Oh no, it is. Okay. It's very loose. Must be something else that goes on there to give it a bit more rigidity, because that's floopy as hell. Look at how floppy that is. There must be another bit that goes on that in a moment. Yes, there is, okay. I forgive your flop right now, there's more to go on. Line up, line up, line up. Damn it, no. There we go. Excellent. Now what do I need? D. Where are my clippers? I get to that point whenever I'm building something. That I kind of put stuff down. And my object permanence. I swear my object permanence when I'm building Gunpla, building Warhammer, painting, anything like that goes out of the window. After like an hour or so, I'll put a tool down 2 inches away from my face, and my brain's just like, it doesn't exist anymore, it's not, it's a figment. I've never broken anything, Gundam-wise, fingers crossed. I've lost polycaps while I'm building, and I like drop them and they've just disappeared into the void. But I've got so many spares that I've managed to just match it up. That's the thing, all I have on my desk really, next to me is pens, like craft knife, scribing tool, clippers, and my clippers are almost always sitting on my leg anyway, because that's just where I put them. But it's that one time where I put them on the desk instead, look to pick them up in the place where they almost always are, and they're not, and I'm just like, they've gone. Nevermore will my clippers exist in this plane, sort of thing. Oh, these wings are cool. 12 and 13. Ah! Do it. Might be soon time for more painkillers. Jaw is starting to lock up again. Become smooth. I mean, tool quality is definitely a thing. Like, you can get stuff that is like too cheap, but there is also such thing as way too expensive, and like, it's kind of a are all these the same? Okay, yeah. But like, there's nothing wrong with having good quality kit at all, in my opinion. And as long as you treat it well. Like, my tools only ever stay like on the desk during a build, for example. Then when the build is done, they will go into like my drawers and stuff that I have to keep all my tools in. I keep them clean and tidy and everything because, I mean, one, that's a thing I was brought up to do. My dad, in the stuff he worked in, would look after his tools and keep them in a good working order because, you know, he worked for himself and you want to try and avoid unnecessary overheads. And I'm now the same with hobby, like the tools I use for the for these kind of hobbies. Like my Warhammer paintbrushes and everything are all washed in brush soap and have their little, I don't know what you call them, on the tops, brush protectors and everything. Don't cut the bit off the round thing. Got it. We are nearly there. I will say, my clippers, these guys, they are now broken, sadly. The little spring-loaded bit has gone. But I bought these from I mean, they call them just Warhammer now, store, my local one. Oof. In 2014, I think, 15. They're about 10 years old. And they're still going. The little spring-loady bit broke a few months ago. And that kind of bummed me out. But they work fine still, so, like, it's annoying, but it's not the end of the world for those. They still clip really well, which is obviously the main thing with a pair of clippers. You want them to clip. And they do that fine still. I mean, I could probably get a sharper pair at this point, but they work well. I've kept them in good condition over the years. They've served me very well. You kind of get attached to tools. Like with the handle for my craft knife, I've tried to use other handles. When I bought replacement blades for this, because you can't get the exact same ones that this originally came with anymore. It was cheaper to buy a set with new knives in it than it was just to buy some blades, and the blades with the knives said, people were like, oh, these are just like these. So I was like, yeah, I'll buy them. And I have the two handles that came with it. I can't use them. They're not right. They don't feel right in my hands. Needs to go in that way specifically. And if they don't feel right, then I'm not going to be able to handle them correctly, sort of things. So, nope. No touch. Whoops. That stuck to my fingers. Now, these are just going to slot on, I think, for now anyway. Nothing's going to clip in place until I get the top part on. Just want to carefully lay these down. Yeah. They're just going to keep popping out until it gets sandwiched in with the next part. Two. What is two? Okay, right. Let's do this one wing at a time. Just going to do this one at a time so I get it right. And I'm going to move that out of the way so I've got the most room possible to play with. I need D18, B5 twice. This is 18. Yes, twice. I mean, honestly, this is where the joke of how did people not realise I was autistic until I was in my 30s comes out. But B5. I'm even like that with food utensils. Like, I can't eat unless I have my spoon or whatever. Like, I can't paint unless I've got my light. That kind of thing. Like, if I go, I mean, I haven't done it for a long time now because I don't really leave the house. But when I used to go and have like painting sessions round my friend's house, I'd have my own like that might bleed, dedicated painting, like, travel lamp that I bought and got used to. And then when it broke, I was like, well, I can't do this anymore. Sorry. It's like, oh, you can just use I'll put the living room light on or whatever. I was like, no. It's not right. So we want to take one of these, we want to take one of these, we want to rotate that the correct way, and just jam it all up in that business. Somehow. That's completely off the camera, because I think either I've moved the blasted Lazy Susan or I've knocked the camera again at some point. Come on. There we go. And it's also decided it's going to stop focusing. So that one sits there. Then we want a B13. And now we shall marvel as it just effortlessly drops into place and all clips together with no issues at all. It's not clipping together. Meaning there is in fact an issue somewhere. It's here. This bit isn't going right. Damn it. See, that's not sitting right even there. There we go. That should get it now. Put you back in place. Oh. Something's not quite right there, I don't think. This should fold out more than it is. So something still isn't right. What isn't right here? Something isn't quite sitting where it's supposed to. Aha! I think that's got it. I think that might get it. Nope, that still isn't quite sitting right. Okay. It's clicking together all right, but the extraneous like wing flaps aren't sitting how they should. I've sorted this one out, but now it's this one's proving to be a bit of an issue, and I'm not sure if it might just be there's a little bit of something in the way. I swear that's meant to sit lower than that anyway. And that's got no ability to fold out. That's meant to be able to fold out. Yeah, that isn't right. Ah! Okay, apparently you have to start with it this way. So it actually has to sit like that before it goes on. Now it's not meeting up with a hole, whoops, here. This is flipping awkward. So how do I get them to fold in then? Because they should be able to just fold in, and now they can't fold in. Ah, right, got it. Almost, but not quite. Something still isn't quite right. Ah! Okay, got it. I'm not meant to do it myself, it does it. Like it's almost like a mechanism. Right, that's actually good then, that's fine. Okay, so we just need to do that again. That's one of the coolest things I've ever seen on a Gundam. I'm not gonna lie, that was really cool. D10 and 11. Just realised I've got to get the final vent on, so I want to get it clipped out, prepped, so it can be drying. I say it's a full, like, transforming kit, but I'm not interested in doing that, because I bought one, whoops, that fell out. I can't remember what one it was now off the top of my head. It's sitting over in the cabinet, but I can't remember the name of it. That's meant to transform. And when I was putting it all together, I was doing the little transforming mechanism, and it just broke. It felt really flimsy, and it just gave out on me. And ever since, I'm like, nope, I'm scared to do this now. That is literally a Gregorian chant. Not too worried here if there's a little bit of overspill, because it'll just fill the gap in. No, it wasn't the Zeta. Definitely wasn't the Zeta. Zeta, however you pronounce it. Ah, what was it? The only thing I can tell you off the top of my head is it's green. And it has, like, blades for shins. Is it a double O? It might be. Just tidy up the outsides of these, I think, should be enough. Unless I can get it in there a little bit. Oh, we can actually. Perfect. That's the wrong way up. Oh. It's beautiful. Now I've just got to do it again. Yeah, it's green. It's got like a big old jetpack looking thing. I mean, that's not saying much because a lot of Gundams have a big old jetpack looking thing. And are green, probably. So this actually does need to click for us to know it's in place. There we go. Make sure that's that way up. This needs to drop in and go all the way down. Whoops, get back in there. So that can sit like that. That needs to go there. I've got that, I just need the other side of it now. Is this sprue empty? Yes, go away. Oh, it's really going to bug me, the fact that I can't remember the name of it. Seed. I think it is from Seed. But this one's definitely green. Ha! Hang on, I'm going to have to find it. I'm going to have to find it. It's going to bug me if I don't find what it is. No, it's not that. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. It's the Chaos Gundam. It's the Chaos. That's not Kevin MacLeod anymore. No. Give me my elevator music back. Glad I figured out which one it was. It would have bugged me otherwise. I think my watch is about to tell me off for sitting on my ass for too long, but I'm like, well, I can't stream standing up. Whoops. I mean, if I had a standing desk, I could, but I like sitting too much. Okay. Just give them a second. Where's the tip gone? Where are you? There it is. Go. Yes, nice. I see some places where I do want to put a few lines though. one there? There is. I don't really have like the space in like the living area where I am to be able to do any of that there. It's basically where we go to consume food and watch junk on YouTube. That's it. Then like I have my desk, my partner has their desk. In 2 separate rooms. My PC's in here. But the PlayStation isn't. The PlayStation sits in the living room with the TV. But we'll quite often, like, one of us will sit on the PS5 and the other might play this on the Switch or something. So we've got our nice little setup that we're happy with. Barely anything left at the tip of this pen. To order a new one soon. Make sure I got all the same lines on both wings. Yes. No, you're more than welcome. Thank you for joining. Also, they are literally the... Oh no, they're not. There's more bits to go before they go onto the body, onto the thing. For the 14, 15. Is it the same for both sides? It is. those to do, get those on, and the wings can be fitted. Home stretch. Go. Right. Wings. Wing ding. Yes. They are done. Excellent. The wings are finished. Now we're going to put them on the Gundam and he's going to become incredibly unstable. Or they're going to make him more stable. Because they actually sit back a bit. Oh, that's so cool! Can I... Is it going to focus if I bring up the thingy camera? Face. Not really. Ugh, you can see my belly. Look at him! Look at how cool he is! This is a Gundam that is finished. Let's bring it closer to the camera. I can pick this guy up. Look! Look at it! Look at how fucking cool this is! It's not gonna focus at all! But it's cool, and I like it! And it's built! The weapons aren't done, but that doesn't matter. There are several steps still to go, and I want to colour correct some stuff as well, so that's going to have to wait. For now, what I set out to do is done. We have the Epyon. We have built, we have chilled. Well, I hope people have enjoyed it, as always. I really enjoyed this kit. I'm going to do the weapons and the transfers and stickers at some point in the not too distant future, but that won't be on stream, and then I'll post some beautiful pictures of it on Instagram maybe, or I'll forget. But either way, that is going to be it for now. Yeah, thanks again for dropping in, thank you for chatting, thanks for the likes, much appreciated. From both myself and the now finished Epyon. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.